kickoff here at Baltimore's M&T Bank Stadium. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Baltimore Ravens.
Please welcome your 2026 Baltimore Ravens.
Tyler Loop is out and about ready to send this one away. And we're underway from the bank. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. And leading them out to one of the game's all-time leading passers. The top pick back in 2009. Still going strong. It's Matthew Stafford.
Stafford just continues to fight off injuries, and he continues to battle father time. And it is remarkable. There's a lot of quarterbacks as we see him age. We see the arm fall apart. We see the wear and the tear and the velocity disappear. You're just not seeing that with Stafford. You can question how long the journey may continue, but you cannot question how productive he is when he's on that field.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Nakua here, he's got it. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
First down. A 28-yard gain. First down, Rams.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. Yep, no gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, you already got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down around the 34. Third and 4 coming up now. Stafford now against the blitz. Into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. Space on the right, and he's got room. And he brings this one back. Touchdown, Baltimore, off the pick 6.
Well, that is quite the tone setter and very different between the two sides. Offense, that's a disaster. But defensively, you've just lit the flame of emotion, and now you want to build on it. Wow.
Is Tyler Loop now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Rams, nothing.
chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Here's Kyron Williams on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Rams headed back after their second drive now. And despite the fate of their last snap, Brock, the lead still theirs. That pick six should have been the wake-up call they need to refocus here. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. After the pick, Stafford back to the air. Ooh, not much time to adjust, but he catches it still off the tip. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That short pass gets tipped, and you then don't have much time to react to the catch. But he brings it in anyway to save the completion.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Play action now for Stafford. And he just hooks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw and force something. It brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. He's not far from that 1st down marker, is he, partner? Up to the 47. 3rd down coming up.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Trying to sneak with Stafford. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the 1st.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Defense showing blitz. Stafford into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
That's another Rams 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Handoff here to Jacobs. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Throwing now, Stafford. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st down. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Rams.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. They pick the handoff now, Stafford. Completed over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down, but to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that's way too much risk for that reward.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Jacobs running behind center. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's first and goal. To throw, Stafford. Brought in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even two defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
Ball placed at the 7. It's second and goal. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. 3 yards on the run. It's going to be third and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
Third and goal. It's Stafford. Got him quick there, and they bring him to the turf. The defense a down away from completing this stand. It's fourth and goal.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air, there's no escape. It can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Cameron Dicker on to try the field goal. This from 28 yards away. Dicker connects there. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
All lined up and ready to boot it away. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. They're brought out by an undrafted player who's electrified in a couple of starting opportunities here in the league. I know he did the same when you covered him in college. It's Tyler Huntley.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
Hill on again. He's headed left. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Hill again. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Pickup of 17. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Motioning one of the tight ends. Huntley. Short pass brought in. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is second and 2. He keeps this one himself. On the move, past the 40. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Out of the gun, a give to Hill. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They go right back to Hill. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes them to 3rd and 5. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7-3 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment. Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Throwing now out of the shotgun. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
On 4th now, on comes Tyler Luke. Going to try this field goal for the Ravens. It's on the right hash for this 39-yarder. Luke knocks it through. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, if he gets to pad his stats a little bit, the high percentage make.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here comes Williams on the return. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Rams headed out to the field now. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Stafford now off the play fake. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for a 2nd down.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. Stafford from the gun. That's complete. Naku on the left side. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. Shut down after a gain of about a yard. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if we see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, bigger gap in the future.
Bryan Anger getting the call on the 4th down punt. Little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the second time. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. New set of downs for them from the 31. They go play action on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
Things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on 2nd down. Line up the design keeper. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. These last 2 snaps, they have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here, who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Finds the in route complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Rams set to go on offense once more. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8. 2nd down.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. On the play fake, here's Stafford. It's McLaurin downfield. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. A 28-yard pickup there. And the Rams have the 1st down.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Working now from the gun. Catch made right side by Nacua. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them the 1st down.
All set now, 1st and 10. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
13 more yards. That's another Rams 1st down. First and 10.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to it. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on first and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Here's Stafford. Catch made. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Dallas Goedert, the touchdown. Well, good luck stopping the big fella that close to the goal line, Brock. I've always thought that the distance right there is just made for tight ends to score touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's not just the sport that you also love to cover in basketball, and it's all about matchups. You get near the red zone and into the end zone, matchups become critical. And when you got a dude like this that's a mismatch maker, you feed him.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Slow snap, and they're in to block it. The Ravens scoop it up. And against all odds, they get the block and return it all the way for 2 points.
That play doesn't stop just because it's a point after the kick. Not in this league. Not right now. Somebody on that kicking team has got to get on their horse down the field. And here's the thing, Kate. I know what's going to happen in the film room tomorrow. One side is going to be miserable, and the other, rewind, rewind, rewind. Look at that effort. Look at that desire, and look at the 2 points because of it. You know, even on the best of snaps, the difference between a good kick and a block is really a fraction of a second. Kate, it's why we see those special teams coaches out there with a stopwatch, because they know every millisecond matters. Just showed up right there.
After seeing his point after blocks, he's got to stay out there and kick it off. Ajante Wester to return it. Finds some space. He's past the 30. He's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stopped. The Ravens trotting out their offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. He's running with it. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield stripe. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Handoff now to Hill. And 2nd down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Now Huntley. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Right side and into the hands of Bateman. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
That's good for Baltimore. First down. 1st and
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
Now an inside give to Hill. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Play brought to an end by Jonathan Grenard.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Huntley now to throw. Held in by Bateman over the middle. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. To throw, here's Huntley. Steps up and he's running with it. And he drives it forward to maybe the 27. That was Jonathan Allen on the tackle. So when we come back, Brock, it's going to be 2nd and 8. So we've reached our 2-minute warning. Ravens holding the lead inside of M&T Bank Stadium. 8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Throwing here, Huntley. No place for him to go here. The Rams rush all over it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who can pull that off.
Let's see what they went with. 3rd down. Huntley looking to throw. Defender arrives right as
the defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
On 4th now, on comes Tyler Luke. Going to try this field goal for the Ravens. Needs a good amount here, too. 51 yards away. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here comes Williams on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. First call here coming from the shotgun. Tight end going in motion here. First down throw here for Stafford. Gets him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Stafford. That's completed right side. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Now Stafford to throw. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
Geez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative this quarterback stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Stafford throwing again. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Stafford's going to throw once more. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And he will not get them to that marker. Heck, all he can do is get back to the line. 4th down.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Where I sit and judge defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field. Not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
5-yard attempt.
Hanging close, and it does find that right upright. No good. And they fail to cut the lead in half. It stays at 6.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
The Ravens taking over now on offense. Minimal time remaining in the half. And with all their timeouts remaining, Brock, they might be able to put a little something together here. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Huntley. Getting out to his left. And he gives himself up after a short gain. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Here's Huntley to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
I see the bunch of mean guys in the band and a tie. Going on the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. Ain't surprised to ride the killer vibe. Probably the reason you die trying to feel alive, but I'm incentivized by.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Here's Huntley. Now here he goes. And they take him down right along the 30.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Rams' 30-yard line.
Timeout is called, just 4 seconds, and we would assume, Brock, 1 play remaining in this half. Tyler Loop after the Ravens to attempt this field goal. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. Loop knocks it through, and that'll make it a 2-score game.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
We'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
This is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Throwing here just before halftime. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. Brought in inside the 20. And this will reach the red zone. He takes it down to the 17.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Huard.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a two-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's Western on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Here comes the Baltimore offense to begin quarter number 3. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see a crow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Ravens to the line now. First and 10. Off the play fake. He'll throw. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield strike, Brock, as he's set out. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down, play action. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
Hey, I understand that call. You tried. Is this defense has just been relentless.
Need to shake off that sack and quick. Here comes second and 13. Looking to throw here. Flies one back across his body and it's intercepted. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Rams bring the interception back beyond the 40 before the tackle is made. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL. And especially in the second half, you have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. First and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Stafford. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. And it's going to be second down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these. Really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
On second down, Jacobs. And that one's forward for 182 yards. Giving that tackle to Kyle Van Noy.
A 45-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it
less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's going to try to drop it in, deep right. And then it's caught in the end zone for the LA touchdown. The Rams start the second half with some needed points. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got single high or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Dicker on now for the PAT. And this one thankfully not off the mark. He gets it to go.
Ravens 18, Rams 16.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Finds his fullback. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. Turn a good play into a great play.
And he'll be met near the line to limit the game to a yard. Stopped by the future Hall of Famer. More All-Pro nods than any active defender. It's Bobby Wagner.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Working now from the gun. And he's brought down at the line.
That's a really good job by the defense right there. Doing something I hear all the time in coaches' meetings. I want to keep that quarterback in the box. I want to put a fence around him. Don't want to let him get out and make a big play breaking the pocket.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. They'll air it out on 3rd. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there can be more interceptions.
Ooh, errant snap, but he gets what he can behind this one. No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Going run again with Jacobs. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Stafford now on 3rd down. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Gain of 10 yards. That's good. First down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Los Angeles.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Running on first here with Jacobs. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
First down. A gain of 14.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
The first carry now for Kyron Williams. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Here's Stafford. Throwing the out route complete. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. So 20 yards on that play. And the Rams have the first down.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Play action now for Stafford. On it, and he nearly picked it. So couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
They send Nakua in motion left. Back to the air we go on 2nd. Stafford completed over the middle. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Trying to sneak with Stafford. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Handoff here to Jacobs. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
At the 16-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Now a toss. This is Jacobs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Stafford from the gun, 3rd down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Ravens have the football back deep on their own side. They're at the 5-yard line. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Find an escape. They converge and drop it for the safety. Well, this has been one of the big stories of the game, partner. He's been sacked over and over and over here. And this time, cost him more than just yards. It cost him 2 points and possession. Former quarterback, man, what are you thinking at this point in the game?
I'm thinking I'm going to be spending a lot of time in the training room to get my body right. And I think were you Marshawn Lynch right there? Over and over
there
and
you
over.
Go. Let's go. So we're in a tie game now after that safety, and they could use a stand here as they send away the free kick.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will indeed accept that penalty.
Automatic first down.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. Going to the ground again on first. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Working from the gun, here's Stafford. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
That's not going to show up as an interception on the stat sheet, but with all these next-level stats we have today, Kate, that's what you call a turnover-worthy play. And there have been way too many of them in this one.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
For the field goal, a 55-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Has this at the 6. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It's an option right that begins this drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Well, I don't expect that loss to keep them from utilizing the option at all moving forward, Brock, but I do expect it to keep them from leaning on it too heavily.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. It's too valuable a piece of their game plan. You want to make that defense defend it, but they did it a whole lot better that time.
Hill now from the gun. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 9.
3rd down, and they need to get 10. They're in the long for him here. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. Brian Branch has it. And the Rams bring it all the way back inside the red zone before he's finally hauled down.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Throwing now on 1st down. Stafford has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 10-yard line.
So we're through 3 here. It's Rams ball. We'll see if they can hang on to this lead till the end. Offense still line. This is 2nd and 4. Now a toss to Jacobs, headed left. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
You know by now, Kate, with this time we spend together, these toss plays, the best way to defend them is to hit them before they get started. And that's exactly what the defense did.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Stafford from the gun. It's caught by McLaurin. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Dicker on now for the PAT.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams make it a 10-point ball game.
Ravens 18.
Dicker all lined up and ready to put it away.
The Chargers.
Here's Western on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Baltimore running its offense out now. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They get 23 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Oh, he loses the football. Picked up by the Rams. Has room down the left sideline. And he will take it back for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. No one else you'd rather have scooping up that loose football. Somebody who could do some damage with it on a return.
Yeah, some poor fortune right there offensively. There was nobody there to, number one, make the recovery, or number two, make a solid tackle on that speedster. Once he got the return going, that fumble was headed all the way home.
Dicker on now for the PAT.
Extra point.
Extra point set right down the middle. And the Rams take a 3-possession lead.
Ravens 18.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Here's Wester on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And the turnovers, Brock, a big reason they have played themselves out of this one. Hopefully they can keep it clean here, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, this drive isn't pertinent to this game maybe anymore, Kate. This drive is for next week. They just want something positive here to end the game and carry forward into the practices ahead.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. To throw. Here's Huntley. Gets out of trouble, but he can't evade that one, and they get him to the ground. Nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. Huntley now to throw. And they get to him again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage. Set him up now with 3rd down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
Wouldn't be a comfortable spot to punt it. Can they avoid that by converting here on 3rd? Huntley looking to throw. He's going for it himself. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
Now, can't blame them looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. Hopkins making the grab downfield. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. So 21 yards and the first. What a call to go for it there on 4.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation when you go for it on 4th down, it may mean sometimes thrown into double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
Read option on 1st down. He's going to keep it. On the move, past the 40. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
When they drop these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
He'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Huntley. Dumped off to his running back. Has some space inside the 15. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
This one's caught. And he's brought down after a short gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
3rd down, they need 7. Now Huntley. And the Rams are there, and down he goes. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
All right, up to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. They'll throw for it. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. And off to Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost in a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish this series off.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Brought in. That is an LA touchdown. The Rams keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams make it a 24-point ball game. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Ravens trotting out their offense. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Already know how it go. Already know I got on go. Money calling, gotta go. You gotta go if you play or you troll.
Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Give right up the gut to Hill. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. One of the tight ends in motion left. Here's Huntley. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
We've set it downs from the 37. First down, play action. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line, ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll give it to Hill. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
They'll air it out on 3rd. He puts some air under it deep down the left. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Desperation time here on 4th. This interception is also dropped, but they're still going to take possession as the incomplete pass forces a turnover on downs here.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
This offense is now left for some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Rams can rest easy with a 3-score lead. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They stick with Jacobs. He couldn't quite break it. Still a 5-yard gain, though. 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Another catch for McLaurin. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Rams have the 1st down.
He did such a good job, and not just hitting him in a window on that slant, in the right window, but hitting him right in time, right in a spot where he had room to run and add on to that catch.
And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still 1st down.
So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game. Running it after the penalty. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. And even on the road, this was a game they expected to win fairly convincingly. And I think we can say they've done just that, Brock, to the chagrin of the hometown fans who are hoping to see that upset. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Huard and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are winners as we say so long from Baltimore.